Welcome. Today is Friday, October 25th, and we are joined together to do a 3-card reading using the classic Rider-Waite Tarot deck. The deck has 78 cards in it. 56 of the cards are composed of the minor arcana, just saying. 22 cards of it is composed of the major arcana. The word arcana typically translates to the word secret. So it's almost like we're trying to figure out the secrets of the tarot. The major arcana is basically the archetype or the role that you're in, and the minor arcana is actively the work that you're doing, right? So we've been doing a 3-card spread, I think, since like April, and just reading it out for the universe, seeing if it resonates with anybody, any of our subscribers or viewers that have logged on to join us. I would love your comments and feedback. You can follow us on our YouTube channel, which is Jenna Turner, and that name may change, but as of right now it is under Jenna Turner. Or you could follow us on the Instagram professional page, which is Breathe Inspiring Gifts. So I typically come on here every night around 10 p.m., sometimes a little earlier, around 9, sometimes a little later, like last night at like 11. Last night we had a visitor join us in the studio, and that was one. That was a really comical get-together that we had. I could not get a grip on reality, and I just kept laughing the entire evening. But there is some authenticity. There is a lot of authenticity in my readings. I have been reading the tarot since I'm 15 years old. It was basically passed down to me through a family member. I got these cards as a gift for Christmas that year, or whatever holiday you want to say you celebrated. I know we were together for like a week for the month of December, and that was the year I got these cards. I was taught to read the tarot based off of intuition and not to use the little guidebook or handbook that comes with it, because I think we kind of use certain things, certain tools or forms of divination with assistance or guidance towards that divination out of a lack of self-confidence. We fear that we can't trust our own intuition. We fear that we're not worthy. We think that somebody else is better than us. The fact of the matter is somebody may have a different style than us. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are better than us or that they're not better than us, right? No matter how you look at it, it's a growing experience. Coming together with this deck for me has always given me an opportunity to have a glimpse into what it is that I may be looking towards, or something I could be expecting for the future. But the fact of the matter is we can change our reality. So if there's ever anything that comes up in the tarot reading that you don't like or doesn't resonate with you, you have free will. You can change your destiny. So don't hold on to every single word that I say. Take from it what you believe that you are meant to take from, and do with it as you may. Okay? So this is my last shuffle, and then we'll begin with it. I will pull 3 cards. I do read reversals, so that means if the card is upside down, I read it as a reversal. And then I will show or reveal the 3 cards in the end, just to see what we were looking at. So the first card that I pulled this evening is the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is about, for us this evening, kind of claiming a stake in your life and recognizing the journey that has taken you to get to this space now. Acknowledging that there has been some sort of divine guidance around your life and around this role that you're in all along. That most of the stuff that you did was intuitively almost directed upon you. So take this time to be grounded, as you might be starting to become aware of messages that you're receiving. Maybe you're tapping into some sort of divine consciousness. Maybe you're working with crystals or other forms of divination. But pay attention very closely to the messages, the symbolicism, the synchronicities, the coincidences, although I believe there are no such things as coincidences. But pay attention to those signs as they are affirmations from the universe to remind you that you're going in the right direction, or to almost forewarn you that maybe you're not moving in the right direction. Trust your innate knowing and stay grounded. And don't be afraid to show your humility and show your compassion. Know that everything that is given to you doesn't necessarily come from you. It may just pass through you. Meaning, acknowledge your guides, acknowledge your ancestors, acknowledge your story of how you got here and where you came from. You are powerful. You are a force to be reckoned with. Just don't allow yourself to become stagnant. Just because you're doing well right now and you're moving along on your path, don't allow yourself to get stuck. One wrong move can set you back a tremendous amount. The second card that we pulled is the Ten of Pentacles, and the 10 is about completing a cycle, and the Pentacles typically has something to do with growth, career, opportunity, finances, abundance. The card is reversed, so maybe you feel like you were just so close to finishing something and cycling out of it. This just shows that there's a little bit of a disruption at this time, but not to lose sight of your passions and to allow others to emotionally support you. In due time, you will have someone to share this with, and someone will understand the message that you have been trying to convey all this while. I know sometimes our words and our actions don't meet up, but our intentions are always there. Just know that the people that are actively engaged in your life have been paying attention for a long time. So maybe you're a spiritual being and they're not, and they're, being hypocritical about you being this new spiritual person. I will say this as a forewarning, pardon me. Nothing. It was like a yawn and a sneeze, but it got stuck. I will say this. Just because some people show us the side of them that they are our supporters, don't mean that they are wholeheartedly there for us 24/7. And we can't expect anyone to be there for us 24/7. We have to show up for ourselves. That's very, very important. So stay true and remind yourself of why you have begun. And the third card that we pulled is the Four of Pentacles. This is forward facing. So be careful that people are not taking advantage of you financially, leaning on you too much, asking for all these small favors, maybe on a grander scale you're not really thinking of it. Perhaps they're a little greedy, a little inconsiderate, a little selfish. I would say that they seem like they're more worldly than you. So if you're wondering if it's more than one person in your life that this is coming up in the reading for you, I would say this is the one who's a little bit more worldly, likes to travel, likes to be outside of the US, more of an international role, a little greedy, a little selfish, projects themselves, or portrays, that's the right word, themselves of having this lavish lifestyle, and it's all a fallacy. They look like they're they believe that they're grander than life, that they're bigger than life. I mean, we're all bigger than life, right? But that's to let you know that if you're having one or two people that's coming to mind, to let you know which one we're getting a warning about. So the card that's related to them is, the number that's related to this card is the number 4. And 4 is usually stability, so they may seem like they're very stable, that they would never want to borrow money. Maybe on social media they're posting this great lifestyle and you're like looking at the post like, wow, I want more of that. And then you get to hang out with this person and you're recognizing this is not the lifestyle they live. This is just a fallacy. They're just portraying it this way. This is somebody that you need to be mindful of. Okay, so the first card we pulled is the Ace of Wands. And the second card, I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. I'm like so tired. The second card is the Ten of Wands in reverse. And the third card is the Four of Wands in reverse. So anytime we pull the Ace, for me as a reader, trusting my intuition, I always feel that's a message from Spirit. So it's a message from your spirit guide or from a higher consciousness letting you know that they are here to help you during your difficult times, during your highs and during your lows. The number 10 for me in the tarot is about completing a cycle. And the number 4 is about stability. So this person is trying to project their life as being a very stable person, but you see beyond that. Yeah, so just use that as a forewarning, you know. Their life might be boring. They may have lack of love and self-confidence, but it looks so exciting on the outside. But genuinely, like, none of this is accurate. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so that is our 3-card reading for you this evening on Friday, October 25th. I thank you all for joining, watching, tuning in, subscribing, following. Thank you for your time. There is a word in Sanskrit known as Namaste, which translates to the divine in me, honors and recognizes the divine in you. Namaste.